Today I'll be reviewing two products that I've received from Sony to review. The Sony Walkman and the new headphones that have been recently released. Now, the Walkman is the NW-A25, as seen here. High resolution audio. I've had the chance to review these and it's an amazing little player. Really get a lot of power and range out of it. Here are the h.ear on headphones that have recently been released. In a shade of colours, we've got matching sets here today, red and red for both the headphones and the Walkman. Right, I'll unbox these now and I'll chat about the quality and my review over the last week and a half, and you can make the judgment for yourself whether they are worth a purchase or not. Alright, I'll unbox the headphones. So on top and outside of the box was a nice bag just to store the headphones in, travelling and whatnot, to try and protect them. Nice red box and the headphones. There's a nice cord that comes inside. It's one of these flat, what they call tangle-free cords. I have used it for a little while and it hasn't tangled. Nice quality. We sort of got gold ends, one angled end and one straight one. The straight one goes in and clips into the bottom of the headphones. There's a little notch on there to make sure that it fits in securely and that it doesn't turn and twist and give you any distortion, feedback or static or any sort of scratching noises, which have been a problem in the past. So it's great to see they've added some simple little feature there just to stop that from happening. Yeah, that's really good. And the headphones themselves, as you can see, they articulate quite nicely for storage. And stretch out quite big for those with larger heads. So I think most will find that these will fit. The ear cuffs here are of a decent size. They could be bigger, so if you do have big ears, just try them on first, but I think it's an average sort of ear size, and I'll compare them to the other sets that I have and you'll see the differences there. Just give you some close-up of the heads. And then where the jack fits in. There are no other connections to the headphones. A nice simple design, shows nice sort of smooth minimalistic view, nice and clean and simple. Really like the design. And we'll unbox the Walkman now. There's the cord and the manual that come with it. Now the cord has a standard USB on one end and one of the proprietary Walkman connectors on the other end, which goes into the Walkman. It's got the symbol there. It's a pity they didn't use a standard sort of USB cable, but there must be a reason for that. There's the Walkman, here it is. Very nice, matching colours. It's a very neat little device, very small, nice and simple. I like the design, it's very light, but feels durable. It seems like it's an aluminium build with a plastic back. I can see NFC markings on it. There's a hold button for locking, so that if you've got it in your pocket you don't bump anything. Volume controls, hard volume controls. Micro SD slot for expansion, which is great. There's the standard port that I talked about. As well as the headphone jack on the bottom, high-res audio, and yeah, really nice and small and simple. Switch it on, and there's the interface, as you can see. So all in all, a great combination, a great matching set for you to purchase for yourself, and I can tell you that these have a great sound. Now there was some preloaded high-res music on the player, and it does play these with extreme power and precision, and listening to them with these headphones as opposed to normal standard phone headphones, you really do get the benefit of the high-res audio, and it comes out really crisp and really deep. The bass on these is amazing. It really goes quite low, and you can almost feel it before you hear it, and really worth listening to and going through a range of songs. I switched over to high-res audio a few months back, and haven't looked back since. It's really something that everyone should look at doing, and it's the way forward. We all love the compression of MP3 and the digital aspect of it, and the way that it became so universal so quickly, and I think now we have to use the same technology, but get rid of the audio compression. These are the headphones that I bought with the Sony MDR-100AAP DAC. So I compared them to these with the wired connection, and I used my Sony Z2 phone, which also has the high-res output capability. I compared the phone with my headset and mixed them up, paired them up. I even plugged them into my amp, I plugged them into my computer. I used the audio cable here directly with my phone to answer calls and listen to the music on the phone. You'll see there's an inline control here with a mic, which is really great. One of the disappointments I had was I was expecting this to stop and start the music on the Walkman, but it didn't. It does on the phone. Simple little feature that maybe they should have included on the Walkman, but nonetheless, it has got a hard play and pause button, which is great. So when it's in your pocket, easy to touch and skip songs and move to the next one. Just even through your pocket, you could feel that. So really nice little player. Now I'll just talk about the audio differences between the gadgets here. The Walkman here does all the upscaling of the normal compressed audio. The headphones just ensure that they always play all the frequencies of that, but all the engineering and all the quality controls done through here through using the DCHX and the Clear Audio Plus. So you can adjust those settings as well as equalizer settings in there, but I found that the best settings came with the default settings with none of them on. Especially when listening to high-res audio, and that's really the benchmark of what we should be comparing everything to. So I found that just listening to the high-res audio without any tweaking is really the best way to do it. It doesn't need extra equalizer settings and bass settings to make it sound good. It should sound good out the box. But if you are listening to compressed audio, that's the way to go, to go and tweak and play with those settings to figure out how best to make the music sound for you. Again, it's very subjective. So your own settings obviously will decide on how you go. But the headphones again can be plugged into anything just with a 3.5mm jack, and no other technology other than really good driver units in there. And like I said, the bass is really good on this, and the sound range is phenomenal, especially for the price point. As far as I'm aware, they're going to be about half the price of this. The pricing is to be announced. I know these are going to be released in October 2015 at some point, ready for the Christmas holidays. But really for being what I think is half the price of the 1A DACs, the sound quality is as good and sometimes can be better with the newer technology. The DACs do better when inputting music from other sources, and they do the upscaling and engineering inside the headset. They're a little bit heavier, they do need charging, there's a battery built into it, there are more cables, there's more flexibility with them, but again, they're more expensive and give you a very similar output. They're very comparable between them. I've got nothing to knock about the sound coming out of these headphones. It's really phenomenal, really good. I have reviewed them against my home theatre system. I have got a surround sound focal home theatre setup. Very expensive floor standing, rear speakers, sub and centre, cost thousands. And just the presence of these earphones puts you in the music, puts you right there close to where everything's happening. You just feel that much closer to everything, as opposed to listening to a home theatre when yes, the volume is there, the space is there, but you just don't feel that much more involved as you do with the headphones. So for really listening and getting involved in the song, I recommend headphones, and that's why I bought these. It really does change your music experience. So go high res.